And welcome back to the show. The past 12 months have cemented Brett Hawke in the conversation of one of the best sprint coaches in the world, no doubt. He helped guide Cesar Cielo to the fastest 50 and 100 free times ever at the NCAAs. Then he helped Cielo win gold in the 50 in Beijing. Hawke also coaches Fred Bousquet, who just broke the world record in the 50 long course freestyle. And Hawke was there to see his swimmer do it in France. And on top of all that, Hawke led the Auburn men's swim team to a national title in March at the NCAA championships. And joining us now on the phone, we believe, from Auburn, Alabama, is Brett Hawke. Brett, how you doing?
Good, Peter. How you doing?
Good. I just posed a question to our viewers while we were waiting to get you on the line, and that was, if Brett Hawke is not the best sprint coach in the world, then who is? You want to take a crack at that one?
I think there's plenty of great coaches out there. I think I'm just in the right place at the right time. Very fortunate to have been given a job by David Marsh, and then extremely fortunate to be working with Richard Quick. And so I've had great mentors, and like I said, I just feel like I'm in the right place at the right time.
Well, you certainly have a wealth of talent that you get to hang out with and coach. Fred Bousquet, he's the man of the moment, just broke the world record in the 50 free. You were there. What happened in that race that made it so special?
Fred reached his potential, and I think that's what all coaches want from their athletes, is for an athlete to go out there and do what they know they can do and what they should do. And it was just one of those special moments. And I knew it was going to happen, and I said to Fred, look, right before the race, I said, I didn't come here to help you swim fast, I came here to watch you swim fast. And I knew it was Fred's time, and I could just tell something special was going to happen, and I think the whole crowd could really feel it right before it happened as well.
Now, there had to have been something that tipped you off. Was he just really fast and warming up, or did he just tell you, look, I'm feeling this? I mean, what was it about that race at that time?
No, I don't think it was that. I mean, when I first met with the guys in their first practice back from the Olympics, I wrote on the whiteboard 20.9 and 46.9, and there were two barriers that hadn't been broken, but I knew that we were so close to those barriers that it was going to happen this season. And I said to them, if someone's going to do it this season, why can't it be us? And that was the belief that I put in them from the very first time they jumped in the water. And it's just followed through in Fred's training, and he's really learned to believe that he was going to do that. And then I could just tell by the look in his eyes that he knew it was time, and all he had to do was go out there and actually, put his hand on the wall.
Now, anytime somebody breaks a big record these days, the talk starts. What suit were they wearing? And then the conversation begins. Was it? Did this give him an extra edge? This and that. Fred was wearing the Jacob suit, correct?
Yeah, that's right. He's been wearing that all season. He feels very comfortable in the suit. He feels like it is a very good suit, and it's 100% legal as far as FINA is concerned. And so, as an athlete, you just want to be in the best equipment possible. And I feel like, this has been going on now for the last 5 or 6 years, where it's been, athletes trying to grab their hands on whatever the latest is, and it's been a real scramble for the athletes. And to be quite honest, it's been a really tough time, because that, you could be left out. And so we experienced that at the Olympics, where Cesar Cielo wasn't a sponsored athlete, and we had to line up for 3 hours just to get one suit for him to compete in at the Olympics. And other athletes who were sponsored were getting 9 and 10 suits to compete in that week. And so it's been tough for us, but Fred made the right decision not to sign with a company. He wanted to keep his options open to be in the best equipment possible, and that's what he's done.
Do you put what kind of suits do you put your swimmers at Auburn into?
Well, we're sponsored by Speedo, so we're a Speedo team. But at the end of the day, I think, like I said, it's been one of those situations where athletes need to feel comfortable, and I don't want to force feed them in any way. If they feel comfortable in a Blue 70 and they feel like they can swim fast in a jacket, or if they feel like the tier suit is for them, then I don't want to be left behind our competition. I want to be at the forefront of winning, and so I just let them swim in whatever's best, and we'll take the repercussions after it.
So what did they swim in at NCAA's? By the way, congratulations. You guys were incredible there. What suits were the guys in, or was it a mix?
It was a mix. A lot of the top athletes were in the Speedo. I wanted to, they feel comfortable in the Speedo. But some of the lower-level athletes who haven't really busted out like a Matt Target, really weren't sure of what suit they wanted to go for. And so we ordered 10 jacket suits just to experiment with, and a lot of those guys just interchanged those suits and had a really good performance in those. But at the same time, we were mainly wearing Speedo, and we felt like that was the right thing to do at the time.
Do you think those the jackets, the newer suits, help them more than the other, like the Speedos would have?
I think there's psychology involved in it as well. I think when you tell a swimmer this is the latest and greatest, it's like the placebo effect. They're going to believe it. And I tried to, I'm studying psychology at school, and so I'm a big fan of the psychological factor of all of this. And at the end of the day, I can't really tell which is the best suit. I haven't worn the suits myself. I just go by what the athletes tell me. And they say that they feel comfortable in a particular suit, then I let them go with that. And at the same time, like I said, if a new suit comes on the market, I tell them that it's the latest and greatest, and they're going to feel amazing in it. So just play with their minds a little bit like that.
Well, switching back to Cesar, he has the Brazilian trials coming up, I believe. Now that Fred has sort of set the bar to a different level, I imagine Cesar is ready to go.
Yeah, it's a really strange situation for me. I have the defending Olympic champion and now the world record holder, training with each other every day, head to head. And I've got to tell both of them that they're the best in the world, and they really are. They're great athletes. I'm not lying to them when I say that they're both amazing, and I'm very fortunate. Cesar does have some competitions coming up, but he's not really focusing on swimming extremely fast until the World Championships, and that's when Fred and Cesar will go head-to-head for the first time, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
I know this is an impossible question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If they're both swimming off the charts 100%, who wins the 50, Cesar or Fred, this summer?
We have a very special moment like we had at the Sydney 2000 Olympics where they both did heat. And so I'll be very happy if they both win gold.
That would be great. Hey, before we let you go, how's Richard doing?
Richard's doing well, and he was very excited to hear about Fred's world record. He'd put a lot of work into getting Fred back here and making him swim fast, and so it was a great thing for him. He's down in Texas right now with his family, enjoying that time and working on getting healthy and getting back on deck. So we wish him all the best.
Well, send him our best, please.
Okay, will do.
Thanks, Brett. That's Coach Brett Hawke joining us from Auburn, Alabama. We'll take one more quick break on the show. When we come back, we'll talk to the inventor of the Berkoff Blastoff.